It's 11:15 a.m. I need a motion to come out of executive into regular session.
Motion to come out of executive session back into regular session.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, we're back in regular session. And we will move to agenda item number 16A, discuss, take action on EEOC claim 01846. Recommendation is to take no action on this item until the county attorney's office receives further information. We'll take no action. 16B, discuss and take possible action on continuing with the Wilson County Economic Development Committee.
Make a motion that we dissolve the Wilson County Economic Development Committee.
Second.
Gentlemen, as part of, before you get into the discussion, I did want to explain some of the legal issues and the requirements regarding these committees and corporations, because there seems to be some confusion. There was even confusion in our office, and so I did want to inform the public kind of the status so that the court can take appropriate action. Wilson County has an economic development committee. That is a committee that was created by this court a little over almost 2 years ago in 2024 to look for ways in which the county could look into economic development and growth that would benefit the community. It was created by this court. It is an arm and a body of this court. It cannot act on its own. It cannot make decisions. It cannot engage in any kind of decision-making authority. Anything that they do is subject to public records and public scrutiny. Their meetings are subject to open records. Their meetings have to be posted on the agenda. They are an arm of this court. That committee was created with various local leaders to help the county and the vision that the court had. That committee has not acted, has really become dormant. And so that committee is no longer doing work and is no longer acting on behalf of the court. That is why it has been our recommendation from our office that this committee be dissolved. There are other opportunities, there are other avenues, and there are other entities that are assisting the county in doing this. And so our office believes that the Economic Development Committee no longer, or that it actually be dissolved. And I believe that's the court's, that was.
Didn't mean to cut you off, Mr. Rush.
Okay. All right, there's been a motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Perdola on agenda item number 16B. Any other discussion? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, ayes have it, motion passes. We move to 16B, discuss and take possible action on continuing with the Wilson County, I'm sorry, C, this discussion and take action on entering into an agreement with the Wilson County Economic Development Corporation, including action on continuation of funding. Go ahead, Amy, you have the floor.
And this is where the confusion lies, because there's a difference between the committee and the corporation. The corporation was created by various community leaders in Wilson County. And so they got bylaws, they went through all the legal requirements to create a separate entity corporation called the Wilson County Economic Development Corporation. They are not a public body. They are not part of this court. Their meetings are private. Their communications, their efforts are all private. And their goals to enhance the economic development of this county are their private efforts. They came to the court and they asked for assistance to be a partner with them, which is allowed by law. And this court approved working with the Economic Development Corporation and approved funding for them in last year's budget. Some funding was provided, however, we're still in the process of working out an agreement with the corporation. What is the county getting for their money? And so while there have been efforts and there have been discussions and there's been a lot of work done, we still don't have a written agreement. So we're asking the court to enter into a written agreement with the corporation for the funding that has been provided. But now there's additional funding that's in the budget that we are asking the court consider, but to wait until we finish this agreement as to how this money is going to be spent. Mr. Talley, is spearheading the corporation, and he's engaged with the other community leaders in trying to assist and bring development to the county, and the county is supporting with the funding, but it is a completely separate corporation. So I don't know, Mr. Tom, do you want to come and discuss briefly what your corporation is working with and why you are asking to continue or to actually enter into an agreement with the county?
Thank you, Mr. Ron. Thank you, commissioners, and thank you, Judge, for allowing us to be here today. So, what we're doing, what we're recommending is nothing different than what other counties are doing in the surrounding area. And when this group first started, it started out with just an idea. And actually, it started with a discussion with myself and the county judge about this is something this county needs. We need a group that's kind of the point person for economic development. The commissioners, the judge, you all have specific duties. And the other thing I want to reiterate is that this nonprofit corporation has no power to approve abatements, has no power to do anything like that. It's only up to the county commissioners to simply approve any actions that this governmental body approves. So our role is just to be really an economic development arm, a marketing arm for this county. So what I've done is I've gathered different documents to help this process. I've also reached out to several law firms because I think what we want to do is get our own representation to come up with the agreement, get it to the county attorneys, let them redline it, do all that kind of stuff, get it to a point where it's presentable to you, the commissioners. And then at that point, we would have it for you to review in advance, and then you can put it on an agenda. And that agreement is just simply going to outline what our duties are for Wilson County, and then what our responsibilities are. And we both would then have an understanding of reporting, how often we come to you and do that reporting, etc. Budget reports, all of that. So that's kind of where we're at. Is I've received Bear County, requested Kendall County, and Medina County. So we're trying to get some different agreements, because why reinvent the wheel, correct? Let's just see what some of the other agreements state. Let's take the best out of it, and then we can move forward with this. But I will just say this. This has been an exciting group to work with. We have Marcelo Lejas, we have Fred Odesorch here. Marcelo's our vice president. Fred is actually our secretary. We have received a lot of excitement in the community because one of the reasons we set this up as a 501c6, it follows what other counties have done as far as entities that have set up an economic development branch like this. Because we can raise our own money. We can raise private dollars, and I think that's key. In a world we live in that scrutinizes people for getting nothing but public money, we want to be able to raise private dollars, and we've done that through investors and membership in our organization. And this is something that other entities in other counties are doing, and this is the approach that they've been taking. For example, I've shared with you many times Draper SATX that our group is a member of. They have an agreement with Bear County. So they're the lead marketing arm for Bear County when it comes to economic development. That's really what we're trying to accomplish here. So that's all I'll say, but we appreciate your support and everything that you've done. We look forward to working together in the future.
Thank you. All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on 16C.
I'll make a motion to negotiate agreement with the Wilson County Economic Development Corporation and discontinue funding until such time as that agreement is in place.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King. Any other discussion regarding this agenda item, 16C? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. Move to 16D, discuss, take action, and it should have updating hotel occupancy application process.
Yes, at the last Commissioners Court meeting, the court approved an order authorizing the collection of the hotel occupancy tax pursuant to the Texas tax code. We needed to make some revisions. It was outdated, and so the court approved that order. We have worked on a new application that conforms to that order, and so that application for hotel tax funding should be online in the next day or so that any organization that's interested in receiving hotel tax funding can apply. I believe that application has some deadlines and timelines, and so the public will be able to look on our website rather quickly as we can get this and work with Jason to get this on, so that they can make their applications for funding, and this would apply funding for events that have already taken place this year. So any event that has taken place after January that requires, or they would want some reimbursement for their event, they are eligible to apply for funding and for the rest of this year. So I don't believe any action is taken as the order was approved last time. Now it's just a matter of posting the actual application.
Okay.
Unless anyone has questions.
All right, Commissioners, entertain a motion on 16D.
I'll make a motion to update the hotel occupancy tax application and posted on the website and accept applications until July 31st of 2026.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King. Do you have any other discussion regarding 16D?
Can Chief take the current application down right now so that it does not get confused with?
All right, I'll call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. And item 17, we have Ms. Lucerato, Permitting Development Director, 17A, Utility Permit. I'm going to name both of them. Permit number 1, Permit 899, Charter Spectrum Precinct 3, Oak Park Road and County Road 327, Review and Approve. And 2, Permit 900, Charter Spectrum Precinct 3, County Road 361 and US Highway 87 West, Review and Approve.
Yes, these have previously been shown to Commissioner Perdola for his review.
I make a motion to approve permit number 899 and permit 900 for Charter Spectrum Precinct 3. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perdola, seconded by Commissioner King. Any other discussion regarding 17A, 1, and 2? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. We move to 17B, Tier 2 Development. County Road 409, 1635, Precinct 4, George and Lee Bauman. Discuss and take action. Okay, sorry about that. Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Baumann were in attendance at the review committee to represent their division of land. They currently own a 22.56 acre tract. They propose to split out 1.24 acres, which the house is currently on right now, to sell the house with the property around it. Everything checked out, review committee gave it a favorable recommendation. They did provide letters of utility companies that are available to them right now. If you have any questions, they're here.
Any questions? All right, I'll entertain a motion on 17B1.
Make a motion that we accept the changes on County Road 409 at the property 1635 involving George Louis Brown. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Curdola. Do you have any other discussion regarding this agenda item? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. Okay, we move to 17C, Tier 1, Development 1, the Ravine subdivision, discuss and take action.
For the developer, I respectfully ask that the commissioners table this subdivision review and approval. It's still pending a transaction with the property owner with MI Homes and who owns the property right now.
Can you want us to take no action or table? The table has got to come back the next
Yes.
time.
I do propose to bring it back
Okay, all right.
next commissioners court.
Motion to table?
Motion to table.
Motion tabled by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner King. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? That action item. We move to 17D, naming of private lane, number 1, precinct 1, Carter Road, review and approval.
Yes, this actually is for addressing purposes. Mr. Carter owns several homes on off of 536, so he has his own entrance. He has provided a private road agreement as well as the meets and bounds of his proposed private lane. But this is for addressing purposes. More than 3 homes, we start recommending they have their own private road.
Motion to approve D, 17D.
I'll make a motion to approve county road, or private road, in precinct 1 being part of the road on 5536.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King. Any other discussion regarding 17D? Here none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. Okay, thank you.
Just make sure that it has road on there because there is a Carter Lane just outside of Stockton.
Oh, that's true, yes, that's true. We are addressing coordinator contact.
Agenda item number 18, we have Sheriff Jim Stewart, discuss take action to approve the Wilson County Sheriff's Department application for the Department of Justice Grant Opportunity Personnel and Equipment.
My recommendation is that we table this for the next, because the time crunch is not as critical as I thought it was today, and gives me another week or so to get some more information, before we make that request.
Okay, so motion to table.
I'll make motions to table.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. All right, stay with the Sheriff's Office progress report.
I'll have it at the next commission.
Gotcha. Agenda item number 20, Genevieve Martinez, County Clerk, discuss take action on Commissioner Court minutes.
It's been reviewed by the county judge and county attorney's office.
Give you a few minutes, I'll order review. All right, Commissioners, will entertain a motion to take action on the Commissioner. sorry that it's not on those tablets. We'll pass this around every few minutes.
I think on the June special meeting, item 3, correction, Ms. Shaw was asking for transparency, but it was transparency with, she agreed that court is being as transparent as it can, and that it's more, she wanted transparency with private corporations.
He couldn't hear you, Commissioner.
Okay. Yeah, she was asking for more transparency of corporations that are coming, not in the county. We have the discussion of that. We are providing as much information as we have. The comment was more transparency from the corporations.
motion to accept the minutes?
Make a motion to accept the minutes for June 3rd, June 8th, June 22nd with the update for Commissioner Moore.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, second by Commissioner Purtle. Any other discussion regarding this agenda item? Here none, call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 21, we have Jalen Waterford, Human Resource Specialist, presentation of payroll and personnel changes.
Good morning. Todd Dona was hired as a maintenance technician for the maintenance department, making $26.1 per hour at $42,874.40 annually, effective July 1st. Greg Brooks was hired as a road hand for precinct 2, making $20.75 per hour, or $43,160 annually, effective July 6th. Carson Denton resigned from his position as a road hand for precinct 2, effective June 26th. Guadalupe Juarez resigned from his position as a dispatcher for the Sheriff's Department effective June 30th. Daniela Noguez resigned from her position as a tax customer service specialist with the tax office effective July 2nd. And Josh Juke resigned from his position as a corrections officer for the Sheriff's Department effective July 6th.
Any questions, Jalen? Thank you. Agenda item number 22, we have Commissioner King, Precinct 2, Christine Lavis, interim county auditor, discuss take action on the renewal of the Public Services Solid Waste Collection and Disposal Services for the county collection facility and county expo center through the Purchasing Association of Cooperative Entities, PACE, Cooperative Purchasing Program as renegotiated pricing.
I'll pass this off to her. She's been working with Gavin.
This renewal is for the Republic Service Waste Collection and Disposal Service Agreement for the county collection facility and the county expo center through the PACE Cooperative Purchasing Program. Proposed agreement includes renegotiated pricing. At this time, I would like to turn it over to Terry Gafflick with Republic Services to walk you through the proposed changes and answer any questions.
First off, I'll say thank you all for having me. First time I've ever been as a board. And I've lived in this community for quite a while, it's too long. But we've been servicing Pleasanton, Forestville, we own a landfill on Icon, off the road, we've been helping. This goes back all the way back to Paul File and helping out the county. I've been working, as far as the expo goes, I've been feeding my daughter's goats since she was in the 3rd grade. And I've been helping the kids in the community through actually various different grants, helping out the kids that, and as they go farther towards San Antonio, we help out the kids also. We did quite a bit for the community, but I negotiate with a lot of city managers and various people, but Ms. Lavis is probably the toughest. She's done some really good things as far as getting those rates down between 30 and 40%. She's done a great job. But as far as trash hauling, we've been working with y'all for quite a while. I'd like to keep going at that if it's possible.
So what, Ms. Lamas, what's your recommendation? Are we going to offer bids on this, or what are we doing? We've been with Republic for some time now, I think.
Yes, I think back in 2016, I believe we signed the agreement with Republic through the PACE program. So you don't have to, if you go through PACE, it's a cooperative program, so you do not have to go out for bids. They do all the bidding process for us.
What happened was, the reason we went through PACE was because PACE is the program through Region 20 is designed to work with us without RFP or RFQ. We pay everything for that, we've been a member forever, we're the only ones allowed to do that under PACE. But if, they're also like the Floresville ISD, they're also a member of PACE. If you like the garbage company that's doing the job for you, and you want to renegotiate something in that contract, PACE allows you to do that openly without doing any type of RFP. It saves money for everybody. That's the reason why they used PACE originally, but we were serving way before PACE came along. But like I said, she did come back and we negotiated some really good rates, so pretty happy for her.
And I thank you for the service out there. If we have a collection facility, I'll oversee that, so no complaints there from, you know.
They're on a first name basis with my dispatcher, and we just respond.
And he's been a big help with this prices, we've dropped them, he's donated his time and some of his money to helping us, especially at the Expo show one. And so this has been it's been a good program for us, and to be able to drop these prices, I think that's pretty positive, especially for this town.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 22.
I'll make a motion to renew, for the renewal of the Republic Service Solid Waste Collection and Disposal Services Agreement for the County Collection Facility and County Expo Center for the Purchasing Association of Corporative Entities, PACE, Corporative Purchasing.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Martin. I just have one question. What is this time period on this? Is this an annual thing?
One of the neatest things we did in this, what I read about this contract, it doesn't have any fees in here. It's a 60-month contract.
60 months, okay.
It has, there's no fuel fees and like that in here. All the price of what it is. I can't believe my boss did that. There goes my bonus.
Well, thank you for boss, for this mistake for us.
Well, like I said, Miss Lawless did a really good job. She did a good job on negotiating that. Real happy. And, like I said, the Expo Center, you know, that was one phone call to Mr. Lowered that rate 70%, I want to say. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And then, but none of this is stuck in stone. If the right sizing doesn't work, just a phone call, all it is. That's all it is.
And I have another question before we call for the vote, but, there seems to be, y'all have the mechanisms to lock those down.
Yeah, he's already,
There's people come, that's wide open, they'll drive in there on the weekend and dump their trash in, there's no way for us.
I'll make a phone call and have a locking system put on there right away.
Okay, sounds good, sounds
The
good.
same lock that opens my gates in my house and my car.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Gates, appreciate it. All right, Commissioner Nolan, we've already made the motion, call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. Thank you, thank you.
I'll get back to you.
Thank you, Commissioners. Judge?
Thank you. Agenda item number 23, we have Ms. Lawless, interim county auditor, discuss take appropriate action regarding the filing and acceptance of the annual audit report for Emergency Services District Number 5 for fiscal year 2025 pursuant to Texas Health and Safety Code 775.082.
This agenda item is for the acceptance and filing for the fiscal year 25 annual audit report submitted by Wilson County Emergency Service District Number 5 pursuant to Texas Health and Safety Code Section 775.082. The district has submitted an annual audit report to the county as required by law. The audit was performed by an independent certified public accounting firm, and each received an unmodified opinion. This action is administrative in nature and is solely for acceptance and filing of the report in the official record of Commissioners Court.
That's simple. All right, gentlemen, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 23.
I'll make a motion to accept the annual audit report for Emergency Services District Number 5 for fiscal year 2025 and file that in front of the.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Morton, second by Commissioner King. Do you have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 23? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 24, we have Ms. Christina Lutz, County Treasurer. Discuss and take action to authorize Christina Lutz, County Treasurer, and Kristen Wallace, Interim County Auditor, to open a separate bank account with grant funds awarded.
Yes, just like we had discussed in previous courts, with these grants coming in, we went ahead and would like to open a separate bank account where they can all be deposited into that account and watch and maintain. But this will be a non-interest bearing checking account for those that cannot earn interest, and then discuss where if they are those that we can have interest earned, those will be transferred, still accepted within the grant checking account, then transferred to a sub-account within Texas Class to earn the interest. But everything
So
will.
did we talk about this at last quarter or quarter
It
before?
was kind of.
It's been off and on for the last couple of months.
Yes, last 2 months, off and on, just briefly spoke about. Because they are, obviously funds will be, being received pretty soon within us, certain different things.
Well, this helps keep all the money that we can physically invest, keeps it where we can invest it instead of having it sit around.
Correct, yes, and keep a lot of those newer ones that are being applied and accepted, separate. So we can maintain that and keep record of all the funds.
Okay, Commissioner Coyle, entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to allow the county auditor or the interim county auditor and the county treasurer to open bank accounts for grant funds.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner King. Any other discussion on agenda item number 24? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. Move to agenda item number 25. We have Ms. Lawless again, Interim County Auditor, discuss and take action on a request to go out for bids on the following for Wilson County. A, material hauling and material plus hauling. B, bulk gasoline and diesel.
This is just authorization for us to go out for competitive bids for the hauling for the material and for fuel. Our current contract expires September 30th of 26.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and allow the county auditor to go out bids for material hauling and material plus hauling, as well as bulk gasoline and diesel.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. Any other discussion regarding this action item?
Yeah, so on the material hauling and material plus hauling, I guess we need to understand exactly which products. I know there's been some confusion and question over it. But if we don't spend more than $100,000 on that product, does it need to be on this list? When we go out for bids, that's my question.
Individual, you're saying individual.
An individual product, like,
The patch should be
the
talking about.
patch material that we had a discussion. long time. I mean, we all do something different, and my understanding, it was accumulation of $100,000 or more. And actually, I think Commissioner Verdot is the only one that's using that batch of material now, so I don't think he'll go over $100,000 in a year, but not, but I mean, that'd be a question to ask him. So that's one, does that need to be on there? Because we ferreted that list, I guess it was last year, maybe the year before. So I think everybody's happy with what's on there. But do we need to take into consideration anything else? I guess that's the question.
I would add all of those onto that list. That way we don't have to bring it up.
Well, see, and that's where I just want to understand and make sure that I understand what we're supposed to do. Because, for example, I had an area that eroded, and so I ordered some, actually, one truckload of rock last year that was not on that list. But that's all that I ordered, that's all that I needed. I mean, if we were to ask all these guys to bid every item that we could potentially use, and you're saying we can't use it unless it's on the list, then that creates a problem. That's why I want to get to an understanding of what needs to be on this list. Let's certainly get it on there. But what flexibility do we have to be able to select materials outside of what's in the bid if we need it for a specific unique circumstance? We need to come back to court to get that approved, that's fine. That's why I want to understand to move forward with it.
I know that we were advised by council to add all the products to the list to go out for bids. If we do use a new product, we can use it as long as it doesn't go over the 100,000. With that small amount of quality would happen. But that's what we were advised by council. So you can use the new product as long as it doesn't go over 100,000.
And if they're on the buy board, then all bets are off on everything. It doesn't need to be in the bid. Then 100,000 doesn't.
If we could get material through buy board altogether.
No. Well, but there are some things like we buy the Envirotech polymer.
Right. If it's through buy board, then we don't have to go through the bid process.
Okay.
So you can use the polymer.
Yeah.
Because it is on the bottom.
Right. That's what I wanted to make sure that we're all clear.
So there's some confusion on that particular product.
Yes, because before we were told, well, we already spent 50,000, this is back when it's 50,000, but it's on buy board. So what's the issue? I mean, it's material also.
We just have to follow their buy board procurement
Right.
policies. So
Right.
doing
Yes.
PO, having the PO, have the buy board contract over, do all their process.
Right.
So all these co-op programs are a little bit different, and we really have to make sure that we're abiding by their procurement.
Yeah.
So if it's on there, we use it. If it's under 100,000, because we need something special.
If you're anticipating using a certain type of material, I would still put it on to the packet, so that way it covers all bases. I mean, if it,
Well, right, yeah, understood. However, with all the rain we had last year, or through the winter months, there was no soil cover, and I had a big, giant, deep washout in the county road, so I put big riprap in there, which is not on our bid list. That's a one-time deal, I mean, basically, unless another one
Things
washes out.
happen. I mean, we can't.
Yeah, we just need to make sure we know what our flexibility is and where it's rigid, we need to know where that is, and we'll do what we need to do.
And I'm not using as much as the asphalt product as I used to, but I will make sure that they get
and I will be sending out an email to send you all the list of all the items, so that way you can start getting that bid packet prepared to be released next week.
And then on the bulk gasoline and diesel, have y'all noticed that red dye diesel now is more expensive than clear?
Yes.
You want to bid red dye or just go to straight to clear? I mean, it's not that much more. I mean, the advantage of using it because it was a little less expensive before is because it disappeared and dried up.
So I would say we can still bid it, but.
I don't understand how that is, since there's 44 cents a gallon for the Texas road taxes.
Well, I guess they're charging more because I didn't look at your mid-text bill, or maybe I need to look at mine, but I can tell you, I've looked at it the last 2 or 3 cycles, and I order exactly 400 gallons every time, and the red dye is running about $2.50 more for 400 gallons than the clear. Just go back, I mean, that's fine if you want to do it, I mean, I got no problem with that, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna make sure everybody, if you hadn't noticed that's,
It should be 44 cents a gallon less than,
well, you would think, but I guess they're charging a premium on it. I don't know,
maybe because you're ordering such a small amount.
shouldn't matter, our bid prices are bid prices, we're all paying the same thing. I mean, all the taxes are listed in that detailed bill.
We might get the question,
I mean, that's a good point, it should be cheaper.
question.
I mean, the fuel prices are gonna fluctuate based off of the rack price. The only thing that's not changing is our margin, the profit margin.
Right, but what Commissioner Perdola is saying is that rack price plus they're adding 44 cents tax, maybe, that they're not supposed to be adding. Because they still have to collect whatever taxes they're authorized to collect. But they gotta collect that federal tax. The state last year outlawed the state tax on fuel counties. But they could be charging us for a tax, I guess what he's saying is that they shouldn't. So that's where we need to look at that. I'll get with the
It
application.
should, there's supposed to be 44 cent a gallon difference for off-road.
All right, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 26, and then we have Ms. Lawless, and County Auditor discussion only, distribution of the June 2026 Auditor Financial Report.
This is going over our June finances. It's gonna be our revenue and our expenses, what we have in our bank accounts as of the 1st of June, and then our outstanding debt. And then the other report that I gave y'all, this is just a little bit of extra information. This is just showing where we were in comparison with our ad valorem taxes from last year compared to this year. So that was asked last, and then I presented the report, so gave y'all that data. So June of 25, we were at 99.7%, and the end of June this year, we're at 98.83% for collections for our ad valorem. I did run a report this morning as of today, and we currently at 100.15% collection for ad valorem.
agenda item number 27, discuss and take action on the county bills. Ms. Lawrence.
Move to.
The bill total is $458,153.97.
Commissioners, will entertain a motion to accept the bills.
Make a motion that we accept the bills as presented by the interim auditor in the amount of $458,153.97.
Second. Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Curdo. Any other discussion regarding this agenda item?
I got a question. We got almost $1,000 from emergency management, do they have a contract for
That's actually just the line item. That is actually not, that's just the line item description. I looked at that too. But it's actually for office supply and for a screen, a monitor, a computer monitor.
All right, any other discussion before I call the vote? I'm calling for the vote. All those in favor say aye. All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. Now we see the light at the end of the tunnel. Number 28, Commissioners Court A, announcements by Commissioners Court B, status updates, information on. Commissioners, do we have any announcements for the Wilson County folks?
I got nothing today.
All right, Commissioners, good. All right, any status updates, any road projects that y'all want public to know about, that y'all are doing? Okay,
Lots of shredding.
Lots of shredding, and can't catch up.
okay, all right, guys.
For the budget calendar, I sent the calendar out for all of y'all over the weekend. As far as budget workshops go, I don't know if y'all want to discuss potential dates.
Why don't you email us and let us know and give us some dates?
She sent an email out and next quarter, or if we want to do it the following day. So, me personally, I would like to break it up a little bit after court and then the next day. There's gonna be a lot of discussion, I think. I don't think one day, with 10 minutes per day, per person. I think there's gonna be some discussion pieces in
I'd like to see it after court.
it. A little bit after court, break it up, that's just my opinion.
Okay? All right, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. All those in favor say aye. All those against, we are adjourned at 12:00.